Hello. Welcome to Patrik Barfi show. Today we're going to talk about the topic of the week, which is paying off your house. Paying off your house. We're going to deal with two questions today. The first question is: should we pay off our home, or should I pay off my house? Should I pay off my mortgage? Should I pay off my mortgage? Um, when you look at our financial freedom at this point, we are at a point where we've gone through series of steps. The first steps is we having control of our money. We have to have control of our money, right? So asking the question, should I pay off my mortgage? Before we even ask that question, or before we can say yes, then we can go to the next question. We need to make sure we have about 3 or 4 questions. And if we can say yes to that, then yes, we can pay off our mortgage. When you look at it, personal finance is not one fit all, but the basics or the fundamentals are the same, right? Yeah, it's not one fit all, but the fundamentals are the same. We have to make sure we are in control of our money. We have to, meaning, are we budgeting? Are we making sure we are in control? You know, are we directing the money, not the money directing us? If the money is directing us, that means we are not in control. Number two, are we managing risk? We should manage risk, because if you're trying to build what, if you want to be stable financially and you don't have all these risks taken care of, the insurance, you have auto insurance, mortgage or rental insurance, you have uh, disability insurance and all that. If you have dependent, you have life insurance, you have health insurance. If you do not have all these things in place, anything happens, it takes you back. So you have to make sure you have that. And also, are you managing? Are you saving and investing? No, the fundamentals are the same. And if you have that, it doesn't matter what situation you are or what level you are. If you are taking care of this, you will be fine. So paying off our mortgage, you have to make sure we are in control of those things. So before we can say, hey, should I pay off my mortgage? These are some of the questions we need. The first question is, are we budgeting? The same thing, like, are we in control? Meaning we know how much we're making, how much is coming in, and how much is going out, what our expenses are. We have to make sure we are controlling all those things, else we will be struck. So that is the first question. Question number two: have we paid off all our consumer debt except our mortgage? Have we paid off all our consumer debt except our mortgage? Have we paid that? You know, Number three, do we have emergency fund of 3 to 6 months? Do we have emergency fund of 3 to 6 months? And this is just emergency fund. It's not for investing, it's for protection. We are not going to make money off this, but if you make a little bit of it, that is fine. But the goal is for it to be there in case anything happens. Then we have the money so that it doesn't take us back, doesn't put us back in debt. So these are some of the questions we need. And the other question is, are we saving at least 15% of our income? Are we saving, or are we investing 15% in our retirement? Are we investing in our retirement? And the next question is, are we putting money away? If we do have kids, are we putting money away for their college? Are we investing for their college? Are we investing in 520, 529? And if we can say yes to all these questions, then yes, we should pay off our mortgage. All right. I understand there's school of thought, two school of thought about paying off your mortgage. Some say you rather invest it. Some say you should pay your mortgage. But before even we can, ask that questions, we need to ask those questions. You can't just start and pay off your mortgage without you having debt that you're also paying interest on it, without you not having emergency fund. It's so risky to do that. So you have to make sure you put all these things in place before you start talking about paying off your mortgage. So if imagine we have all these questions and be taken care of, because when you look at our financial freedom steps, this is the C step, because we've done all those things, and this is the C step that we are going to do, and that's paying off our mortgage. So when you look at it, we've already been able to answer all those questions, and now we are going to pay off our mortgage. So the first question was, should I pay off my mortgage? Should I pay off my mortgage? And these are the questions we have to go through. And looking at the questions, we've done that. So now we can go ahead. And why do we even have to pay our mortgage? We have to pay our mortgage because what it is if we take a mortgage, uh, mortgage is one of the expensive things that we have in our lifetime, or one of the expensive items that, or things that we usually pay, and it takes a chunk out of us from our paycheck, you know and if we can pay off that mortgage, that money comes to us, and it's a good thing. And beside that, apart from that, we also pay a lot of interest on mortgage, so let's see how one of the reason why we have to pay our mortgage. And let me see if I can do this here. So we do have, let's say if we have, okay, let me see. I think I have a wrong one here. Let me bring another one. What is mortgage calculator here? Bear with me here for a second. All right, I do have mortgage calculator here. So let's see if we do have, before then, let's say we have a mortgage of 400,000. We pay 20%. We put 20% down with a 15-year. No, let's make it 30-year mortgage. All right, we do 30-year mortgage. For 20% down, 400,000, 30-year mortgage. Our mortgage, just the principal and interest, is going to be 2,190, 2,129. So if we have a 30 years mortgage and we pay 30 years mortgage, for which is the interest rate is 7% as at now. So let's say if we do that, by the time we're done paying this, we will be paying 766,440. So that means we are paying about 366,440 as just interest. So it makes sense, if we can, to pay off that mortgage, to make sure we at least get rid of some of the interest, right? So 400,000 house that we bought, we put 20% down, 30-year mortgage with 7%. I know some of you, mortgage interests are very down, but I'm talking of today. If we do it today, this is what we're gonna do, and if we do that, that means we are paying about 366,000. So if we have the opportunity to do it, if you have the chance, we can do all that and make sure we take care of it, right? So that's one of the reasons why we have to take out, make sure we pay off our mortgage, make sure we, interest, it saves a lot of interest. But when you look at it at this point, that means we are doing very good. Don't just go in and start paying your mortgage. You have to go through the questions. And if you answer, oh, yes, then I believe you are ready to do that. So, hey, after everything that you've done with your life, right? Like after everything, the end of the month, you've paid everything, you've taken care of everything, make sure you have money that maybe you're saving for vacation and all those things. If you've done all those things, then whatever money that is left, you can put on your mortgage. Yeah, I know there are two schools of thought that says, hey, you can save it. What it is, especially if you have a very low interest rate, like maybe 3%, 2%, 2.5 and all that. If you have that percentage on your mortgage, and you have, let's say you invest whatever money in a stock exchange, that's going to get you 10%. So it's no brainer for you to be able to think, hey, I have to put that in on, I have to invest that. It makes sense. The math always beat that when it comes to paying off your mortgage and also investing. Investing almost always beats putting more money on your house. But why do we still do that? What it is if you owe nobody anything, everything is different. And plus, what it is let's say if you're paying 200 and 2,129 and you pay off your mortgage, that money you can also invest that. And remember, depending on how much you're going to put on, you probably might finish earlier, maybe 15 years, 30-year mortgage. You can pay like 15-year mortgage and you can quickly do that. And after 15 years, you can put this money in savings, or you can invest that and get you that money. So yeah, it makes sense to do that. But like I said, there are some things that when you pay off your home, it gives you a different feeling. It gives you a different peace of mind, because we know, we are in an economy whereby every 4 or 5 years, recession or something happened, and a whole lot of things going back and forth and all that. So if you don't owe anybody anything, it's a different situation, and it makes you, it's different. And when you look at the world building, or when you look at people that are really winning with money, I would say the millionaires. I'm talking of real millionaires, not those that make a lot of noise. I always say real wealth is built in silence, and it's true. People that don't usually make noise, they are the ones that are building wealth. When you look at them, a study shows that uh, almost all of them, they pay their houses within about 10 years, 2 months on average. The ones that are really, really serious, that made those their goals, paying off their home, their goals, pay off their house within 5 to 7 years. So, and why is that? What it is we've seen that the shortest way of building wealth is to stay out of debt, or try to minimize debt. It look kind of like a longer way, but one way or the other is the shortest way, because what it is you building wealth with no leveraging. It's not the only way to build wealth. There's another way, which is leveraging, but you really have to be very, very, you have to know what you're doing, because what it is, the study shows that when you take a lot of people, when when they are leveraging, when you take 100 people, by 10 years, you see only 2 people are still doing the same thing. The rest must be gone. Because what it is the economy is always volatile, it goes back and forth. And if you don't really know what you're doing, it's kind of hard to do that. So we will study people that are winning, and that means they are paying off their home. So we can do the same thing. So we going through this process. We have 400,000, and look at the interest that we are paying, which is so huge. So paying off this makes sense. One, it gives you peace of mind. You owe anybody nothing. And remember, when it's paid off, it frees up that amount of the 2,190. It comes to you, and now you can invest that money. Also, uh, it goes. It's not like you are giving it away. It goes back to you because it's an equity in the house. So you still have that. So yes, one, it saves you money on interest. You free up that money, which you can invest and increase your home equity, and also it gives you peace of mind. Yet that is what you can quantify. The peace of mind that it gives you, you can quantify. Like I said, usually when you put the amounts together, if I'm to put $200 every month on this amount, and I invest that instead of putting it in here, by the time whoever is paying their home is paid and the other one investing, you see they will make a little bit, even though they will free up this amount and start investing, they will make a little bit out of it. Sometimes it depends on it, it's huge, but this makes sense because it gives you peace of mind. You owe nobody anything, and it gives you the opportunity to maybe those that want to go in real estate, start buying houses with money, because now you have chunk of money to be able to save, and within a short time, within 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you save another money to buy another house. So now now that we've answered that question, the next question is, how do I pay off my home very fast? How do I pay off my home very fast? How do I pay off my mortgage early? That is what we're going to talk about today. How do I do that? There are few things that we need to, like I said, do also about that. Paying off your debts. If we go through those questions, now we can. What it is we have few ways that you can pay off your mortgage. There are strategies that you can pay off your mortgage, you know. And when you get to this point, you do not have to rush because remember, we've gone through so many process whereby we knock off our debt, we save for emergency, and now we are investing. So we are in control of our money. And whilst we're paying debt, whilst we're taking control of our money, we were maybe doing two jobs, or maybe we were increasing our hours at work, or maybe we were doing side hustles. So we were struggling or trying to put all things in place. So at this point, once you're trying to pay off your home, you do not have to do all that. You have to just be intentional. So you might want to use strategies to be able to do those things. Strategies to be able to do those things, right? So let me see if I can bring another one here that we can talk about. That is, let me see, mortgage pay off here. So how do we do that? Uh, so we have a mortgage calculator here. Mortgage calculator here. So let's say if we have, let me make it bigger here, then we can see that. All right, we have a home, we have a mortgage of 240 original payment. Maybe it's 400. We paid up to this point. Now we want to do that. So let's say we have this, right? We have 240, and we're trying to put extra payment on it. There are so many ways you can pay. Anytime, what it is let's say if you have your mortgage is 1,597, 1,597. If you pay one more extra 1,597 instead of 12 months, you pay 13 months. That will knock 7 years off your mortgage. You know, 7 years is gonna go. By doing this, paying extra one more month, making it 13 months instead of 12 months, you pay one more extra. That will knock off uh, that. At the same time, it's the same thing. When you have that amount that when you're trying to pay off, right? If you can divide this by uh, if you put 10% of this on your house, 10%, and let's see how much 10% of 1,597. So 1,597 times zero point 0.1, which is 159.7. If we add that, that would be 597. So it's going to be, if you continue to make payment every month of 1,756.7, is the same way. Is the same way because if you put 10% of it out of the 12 months, that becomes one more month, which is 13 months. Or what you can do is also you can divide this by two. Instead of paying 1,597, you divide it by two, which is going to be 798.5, and you have to do that by week. So every 2 weeks, you pay 798.5. When you're doing all these things like the bi-week, they put in extra on there, you have to inform the mortgage company. But these days, when you can log into your account, you can put that extra on the original amount. If you don't inform them and you keep on paying this, they just put it. They just put it. Some of them will just touch somewhere. So, but these days we have the privilege of logging in and we can, direct those things. So when you pay the original amount, then you put the extra on the original amount. If you pay the actual mortgage that you have to pay, then you put the extra on there. So when you do those things, when you do is the same. One more extra, which is 12 months, by week, which is the same thing because we have 52 weeks and it's going to be 26 and it's going to be 13 months. And when you put 10 months, it's going to be extra one more month. So those are the simple ones you can just do. Apart from that, also, let's watch this, right? If we put the amount that we pay every month, if every quarter we put that amount on there, it's gonna knock, let's say this amount if we do have, let me see, let me do 400. Let's say 400,000 is the original amount that we have that we're trying to pay, right? We have a 30-year mortgage, 7%, and we start paying that amount in 2022 in December. All right. So when we hit on this, we're supposed to pay original amount that we have to pay by then is going to be 958,000 35, and the date that we will be done paying is going to be November 2052. 2052. That is when we're going to pay off that, right? Let's see this. Oh, okay. I think you put this in already. I think. Oh, hold on. All right. So this is going to be the original one. By 52, we will be done paying all this, paying this. That's when we'll be done. So let's say we go back and put in the amount that we have to pay. Let's even if we put $200 on there. Let's see, 200 a month. Let's not go far. If we put 200 a month, that alone knocks 5 years, 5 months off it. 5 years, 5 months. 5 years, 5 months, right? And let's see, the amount that we supposed to pay on 700, 400,000 mortgage for 7% was 2,129. So let's say if we do that by quarter, every quarter we double that amount, we put that exact amount, even though we're making our regular payment, but that every quarter, let's say if every quarter we put 2,129 on there. If you have the money, if you have it, let's see what happens. It knocks 19 years off your mortgage. 19 years. And look at how much interest you're saving. 386,000. 386,000. So it makes sense when we have to do this. And what I was trying to say is, sometimes people think, oh, we can't pay our mortgage because this is something that no go area. You can't say that. That is not true. You can pay this. And how are we going to do that? You can, even if, let's say, you buy food every day outside, or let's say you go to work every day, you buy food. Let's sacrifice and say, hey, we're going to stop doing that. And every day we're going to bring food. So let's say I buy food of $5 every month, $5, sorry, every day. And I work 5 days. It's $25 a week. Times 4 is $100. So let's put $100 on here per month. $100. When we put $100 in here per month, that alone saves us 67,000, and it knocks 3 years off our mortgage. I'm trying to do this to show you that so far as you put more on there, it saves you more interest, and at the same time also more years. So even if we can't do anything, we can put extra 100 on there. But remember, this is whereby we've done everything. Make sure our life is taken care of. We don't want to be, sacrificing too much. At least we just constantly putting some out there, something on there. And let's say on average, we make, when we file our taxes, on average, it's about, everybody gets average about, some people might not get anything, but on average, we get like 1,002. So let's say every year you put 1,002 on your mortgage. Let's see, and if you have $400,000, $400,000 mortgage, and you start doing that every year, let's see how much it knocks off 3 years of your mortgage. It knocks off 3 years. So now let's go back to our budget. Make sure we find something in our budget that can help us. At least, like I said, if you're really, really serious and you want to do it, if you want to bring more income and start putting at least 500 a month, get at least 100 a month, 100 a week extra, 100 a week, and also we find 100 from our budget, that can give us 500. So let's say we put 500 a month on our mortgage, with this, and that is going to get us 10 years, 3 months. And guess how much interest is going to save us? 214.59. So it makes sense paying off your home And sometimes we don't even think about it. We think, oh, the mortgage is there till we die or something. But what it is these days you might want to make sure you're taking care of those things, because especially if you're heading towards retirement, you don't want to take this to retirement. When you get to retirement, you're on a fixed income. So uh, my advice is make sure you take care of all your debt before you retire. So if you are 60 and all that, now you think you still have mortgage, start thinking about that and see how much you know the little that you can put on. We just did even $100, and we saw how it did. 3 years off your mortgage. Some of your mortgage might be higher, some might be smaller, but it doesn't matter how much you put on. Anything you put on there will be good. So let's make sure we put in more on our mortgage, and it's going to bring it down. I will say it again. Uh, you have to ask all those questions. You can't just start paying off your mortgage more. It doesn't make sense paying off your mortgage whilst you have high debt, high interest, debt that are there, like student loan, car loans, and no credit cards and all that. You want to make sure you take care of those things first. That's why you need to ask those questions. And if you ask those questions and it's yes, I don't have any student loan. I don't have any consumer debt. Um, I'm in control of my money. What else? All those questions, make sure it's taken care of. Then you can go ahead and start. But like I said, at the same time too, when you do the numbers, the money, let's say I'm putting every day, every month, I'm putting extra 500 on my house to pay it off, and I invest that amount, especially if I have 3% uh, 3% interest rate on my mortgage. Uh, when you do the math, usually that math is better than putting on your house. But the peace of mind, the things that are going to get you is different. And we've seen that people are doing this most of the time, because what we've realized is people talk more than they do it. Analysis of paralysis, right? Oh, we will do it, we will do it, they won't do it. But actually, when they put it on, like when it comes to investing, I'm talking of, oh, I will invest 500 instead of this. So they don't usually do it. They will talk about it, but they don't usually do it. But when put it on house, it goes down. It goes down. And sometimes too, like I said, back and forth, stock exchange and all that. So it still makes sense doing this and bringing it down. And you have nothing. If you owe anybody anything, you free up that money and you can do more. You can do more. So this is what I have for you today. And if you have any questions, make sure you get in touch. Uh, see, if you have any question, you can send me these. You can send me on this email or text me or anything, and we can, not just about the mortgage, any financial question, investing, everything that you have. Do this. Send me email or text me, and we can talk about it. So this is what I have for this week. And also, if you have anything that you want to add, feel free to add it. Um, until we meet again. This is your boy Patrik Barfi. Um, Stay safe, and bye bye.